Good morning, friends. I just found out that there's an estate sale not far from my house, and so of course I'm gonna go check it out. Let's see what they have. It looks like we're in the right place. I'm gonna follow this arrow. We're in the house, and most of these rooms are open to the public. Here's a closet full of clothes, $10 for sweaters and sweatshirts. And here is another closet. If I were a clothes person, I might have some good success here because there's a lot to pick from. And as you can see, there's tons of clothes in this room as well, with some more price tags. Lots of coats, and here's a big stash of bags. This room has a lot of books in it and other miscellanea. I'm not seeing any books that are super old or anything that I collect, but I do see a little tool piece here. This is interesting. I'm not seeing a price tag on this. All right, we're gonna head down the stairs. I didn't get a good look down here before because there were so many people. Here are some very pretty plates. Just looking through, I see some Evesham. I have some Evesham on my store that hasn't really gotten much love. And we have some teacups and saucers in this box. These are really lovely. Just want to see what else is down here. Yeah, let's get a closer look at these. These are made by Johnson Brothers. Really pretty. Now we're into some basement shelving. So you never know if you might find a little bit of holiday stuff. Sometimes you can find some pots and pans in this section of a house. Here's a little tree topper that's very cute. It's rather basement-y down here. Little rabbit salt and pepper shakers. Some old lamps. Just checking out this little platter. Has kind of a pretty rim, but a lot of discoloration. An apple pie plate. And these are pretty floral stoneware plates. Just lots of bits and pieces here. I'm just making sure there's nothing that's been overlooked. Sometimes you can find a hidden gem in an odd location. Interesting little horse print there. There's some records and art books. Again, nothing I can't live without here. Some tools and things. Yep, I think I'm just about ready to wrap this up. I've seen these bowls before. Fire King. That was a really good tag sale. I got a lot of nice stuff. The prices were very fair. They weren't giving things away, but they were pricing them to sell. And I was able to find a lot of things. Everybody was leaving with lots of good stuff. I also met the person in charge of the sale, and he was so nice. So I would definitely go to one of his sales again. Again, it doesn't have to be rock bottom prices every time. Everybody needs to make their profit. I'm sure there was a family that wanted their share of the estate, and I totally respect that. So I love it when, like I said, everybody can come out of a situation like that with a little something. The family can get money, the company can make a profit, people can find pretty things, and even a reseller can have some luck. So yeah, score. The question now is whether I take a bit of a drive because my friend Joan spotted some beautiful Lenox dishes up near where she lives, which is not near where I live especially, but, and are they still there? She saw them at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's noon. I think if I don't just try it, it's going to plague me. The only downside is I have a little headache. It's like this sort of hazy day, and a lot of times when we get this hazy weather, I'm a little bit more prone to a headache than I might otherwise be, but I might just brave it. It's official. We're taking the drive and we're gonna find that Lenox. Okay, I'm here. The question is, will they have the Lenox? Will they not have the Lenox? Every minute that I sit here talking to you about it is another minute somebody could be putting it in their cart. So I'm gonna go. Wish me luck. Success! Oh, I'm so glad they're here. I really thought they weren't. I had looked up and down the aisles, but they were right under my nose. This bowl is interesting and looks hand painted. They want $5 for that. And there's some plates of various kinds. This is a pretty holiday plate. Royal Veil, made in England. They want $5 for that. I don't think it's worth it, but I'm gonna wait and do some research. These stoneware plates are really interesting. They look like spongeware. They're very heavy, $2 each. They definitely have some potential. I think this says Beaumont Brothers, Crooksville, Ohio. Yeah, very nice. I really like this plate. I think the pattern on it is really nice. $5 is a lot for it. And this plate was made by Wedgwood, but I already looked at some comps and they were not very good. Here's a pretty reticulated plate. I always like these when I see them. $2 for this one. Some kind of back stamp that's pretty worn out. But yeah, it's a nice little piece. It's a weird homemade pottery piece, it looks like. This little eagle plate is interesting. It was made in England by Adams. This is a very pretty set down here. I like the pattern on this and the gold rim. These were made in Germany. Pasco, I think, is the maker. Just getting one more look at these pretty dishes because I think the shape on them is gorgeous. I couldn't find out much about it though on eBay. This is an interesting little covered bowl. It still has its old tag on it. I'd like to get a better look at that. This is Crowning Touch, made in Japan. $35 originally for this. It is very attractive. And here's a teapot in white and red. I get a better look at this. Made in Italy. Just kind of a cheerful look about it. Looks like there's a mug that matches it right there up to the left. This bowl is very pretty and looks hand painted. $5 for this bowl. It was made in Spain. Still has a barcode, so not very old. Little fall decor piece, kind of cute. And here's a look down the aisles so you can kind of take a peek. I've seen this mug before. I think it's a pretty pattern. This is a little Martha Stewart piece. I like this cookie jar. It's like a cookie jar of a gingerbread house, I think. $5 for that. I'm just trying to see if I can catch any make or mark on this. I'm afraid to turn it upside down and look. I'm afraid I'll break it. These are cute little Thanksgiving plates. Port Townsend. Yeah, they're kind of cute, and Thanksgiving is coming right up. Here's a little Winnie the Pooh canister. Has kind of a cute image with the Christmas tree. This was originally sold at TJ Maxx for $16.99. And here's another one. This one looks like a utensil holder, also a Christmas theme. They want $5 for this. And this was also a TJ Maxx piece. This one was $9.99 originally. Here we have a pretty wall display. Pretty little shelves with a mirrored backing. This is $8. This could be a nice place to display all kinds of little collectibles. All right, I think we did pretty well here, and we're gonna make our way very carefully out of the store. Let's head home so I can show you all the things I found. So I hit such a fantastic estate sale yesterday, and I have to thank my friend Joan for it because she was the one who brought it to my attention, and I am so glad she did. The sale was actually happening in my own town, which was really convenient. It wasn't far from my house at all. It was a little neighborhood I had not seen before. Adorable. The house that was up for sale was a little cape. It was very cute. Very clean. Someone will be really lucky to have it, and I'm sure it will go for top dollar because that's just the market right now, right? Anyway, what a great estate sale. I spent $125 in total. And I will say this company was definitely willing to bargain and bundle and negotiate a little bit, not dramatically because it was the first day of a 3-day estate sale, and I completely respect that. The prices were fair. I had no problem paying a little extra. These are things I just don't see in Goodwill. So let's get right to it. What do I show you first? That's the question. I'm just gonna start with the closest thing to me. So I bought this pretty little dish. I'm not sure what you would best use this little dish for, but I thought it was adorable. It has this great little flower pattern all along the edges, as you can see, and a little bit of gold detail. This is a Royal Albert piece, and I thought it was just so sweet. I picked up this cute little heart trinket dish. I love the Scottish tartan in this. This was made by Adderley, so this is bone china, England, and this is a Nova Scotia tartan. So I'm wondering if the owner was of that background or if she just visited Nova Scotia and loved this piece and decided to buy it. Because she also has, or she passed sadly, she had this beautiful cup and saucer in the same beautiful tartan pattern. There's the bottom, and again, a little Adderley piece. And I thought this was lovely. So similar pieces, I might even sell them together actually. And then another little, I shouldn't say Scottish because Nova Scotia isn't Scottish, but I know they do have a strong Scottish background there. This one says McGregor, and let me show it to you the right way around. It is very pretty. I love that. And this is Royal Stafford. This one was made in England. So beautiful little piece. And I have 3 more teacups to show you. So this one is a little guy. So cute, right? I can't hold it still, goodness. And here is the saucer, so you can get a better look at that pattern. And this one is Royal Limoges. I bet you didn't know I like Limoges. Joke. That's a cute little guy. And then here's another one. Another little one, the tiny little saucer. So I don't know, what would you use these for? Would this be for like espresso or cappuccino maybe? I'm not really sure what the deal is with the little tiny ones. And this is also Royal Limoges. This one looks older than the other one. Although sometimes it's hard to tell with back stamps, at least for me. And then this one, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep this one. I will comp it before I make a final decision, but this one is Belique, and I do love Belique. And it has this great shell pattern. Look, even the little feet on the cup are little shells. Oh my gosh, so cute. Here is the back stamp on this. And yeah, I think this one's for me. Then I picked up, I guess I'll show you this next. This really pretty pattern. This is Ridgeway, Staffordshire, England. I thought this was a lovely platter. Here is the back stamp. Oh, I wanted to mention they had tons of the Spode Christmas tree pattern in this sale. There were lots and lots of pieces, and that is such a beautiful set, but I wasn't looking to pick up so many pieces that are so specific to Christmas. Some people can store like stuff like that, but you know, some people can't. And although I do love picking up a piece or two of that pattern at a time, I felt like to have the whole entire set was, yeah, just more than I wanted to store at this point. So I might regret that later, but for now, that was the decision. However, I did find two beautiful Portmeirion plates. These could use a wash, and these beautiful floral patterns. They're dinner plates, of course. And these are called Botanic Roses. And they have the beautiful classic trim that Portmeirion is so known for. And these are gonna go on my eBay store. Everything's going on my eBay store so far except the Belique mug that I showed you. I also think I'm gonna keep this, but I will still think about it. This is a beautiful trinket box. I love everything about it. I love the colors. Here is the inside. Isn't that beautiful? I don't think I can part with it. This was, you're not gonna believe it, made in France. Did you know I like French Limoges? Did you? Did you? This one doesn't say Limoges, so I don't know if it is. Probably not. Usually it says it is if it is, but I thought this was so, so beautiful. So I do think I'm gonna keep that. But I did pick up some other trinket boxes that I am gonna sell. And I think they'll do really well. They're both Villeroy and Bach. And I think I'm going to list them together. So beautiful covers. And then here are the back stamps. Villeroy and Bach sells really well for me on my store, and nothing inside, no specific design. But yeah, I think these will be great on my store. And I'm not giving you the individual prices even that were listed because we were dealing and bundling, and so they just wouldn't be accurate. And then I bought this little trinket box that is adorable. Look at the birds. I love birds and little berries. This one is Ashford fine bone china made in Staffordshire, and it's part of the British Heritage series. It's lovely and so dainty, and no particular design inside. So those were all great finds. And now I have to reach. 1 second. Okay, got them. So I picked up a stack of 3. 3 was all they had. 3 of these blue and white plates. And this is part of the Liberty Blue series, which has sold really well for me in the past. So I'm hoping that I have good success with these. I would think so because they're dinner plates. And they all have the same pattern. So what is this pattern called? Independence Hall. So that's, I believe that's in Philadelphia, right? So stack of 3, very pretty. They will be going on my eBay store. And then I bought this pretty piece of tollware. Just a little open top container. I thought it was really, really nice. This is gonna go on my shelves. It's got a little somebody's signature on the bottom. But I thought this was really lovely. And I do love Tollware, as you know. And I love that the cats can't smash this to smithereens. Ha ha ha. I win. I never said I was mature. So yeah, so that was awesome. And now I'm gonna show you something that's on the table that is too much for me to show piece by piece. So let's do that part. Okay, I bought this big set of Johnson Brothers china. So I loved this pattern, and this comped very well. And here is the back stamp. Now this looks like a newer back stamp, of course, but there are also some older pieces in here. Like, let me show you the dinner plates. So again, this isn't seriously old because it's dishwasher and microwave safe, but I do think that this is a little bit older than the other back stamp. So Rose Chintz, which is a great name for it. It's what it is. And there are 4 salad plates, 4 dinner plates, a stack of bowls, a stack of little berry bowls, bread and butters, little platter, and 2 serving bowls that could use a good wash, and 4 teacups that also need to be washed. Oh, and they go, actually, no, they go in here. I had said these were berry bowls. They're not. Those are the saucers. My mistake. So originally they had wanted $40 for this whole set, which definitely comped out. I really wanted to pay $35, and because I bought so much stuff, it ended up being $35. And if you're wondering about this big box behind the dining room table, that's what I use to transport all of these great finds home in. And I will reuse that box because, as you probably know, if you watch this channel, there's a lot of eBay shipping in this house, and we use every single thing that we get in terms of boxes, paper, packaging. It all gets reused. Okay, so here is the whole estate sale haul. Quite a lot of things. As I said, I paid up for this. $125 is not a small amount to spend for me, in my opinion, but I love what I picked up. I think I got some really great pieces, not things I'm likely to find in a typical big chain thrift store, because of course we know they carve most of the best pieces out before they even ever hit the shelves. So, you know, you just kind of get what you get. And I'm taking that break from Savers. Savers might or might not have some of this stuff, but they would charge $800 just for looking at it, and I'm not feeling that. So I thought this was a great group of finds. So happy to have had them. I really appreciated the tip my friend Joan gave me, and I want to thank everybody who has been sending me tips about all kinds of things, tag sales that are taking place, tag sales that will be taking place, flea markets, all kinds of things. I really and truly keep a running list so that when I have some time and I want to find somewhere else to go, someplace new, or I want to film a segment, then I can just turn to my list and make my way over to those places. So please kindly keep those coming. I appreciate them more than I can tell you. And as I'm talking, I'm just giving you the closer look at these pieces so you can really see them well. I know when I hold them up, a lot of details get lost for various reasons. So this gives you a better look, I hope. I don't know why I love this so much. I'm really not like a big cherub person, to be honest, but I love this piece. I really do. And there is all of the Johnson Brothers pieces. Oops, just went blurry. Don't know why. So yeah, great haul. So as I previously explained to you in this video, after I finished up at the estate sale and I was so happy with it, I just had to go check out a Goodwill that, again, my friend Joan had told me about. She had seen some Lenox Jefferson pattern in her local Goodwill, and it was just sitting there in my brain. I could not let it go. And it was funny because I thought, well, you know, I could go to another Goodwill around me and maybe find something and maybe not. But I know this Goodwill has a nice Lenox pattern. And of course, there was the chance that it wasn't there. And originally, I thought it wasn't there. I was like, oh no, I missed it. Somebody else snagged it. But no, it was waiting for me. What a well-behaved China set to wait for its rightful owner to come and claim it. That's what I'm telling myself. Anyway, this pattern doesn't sell like off the charts or anything, but it definitely has a good sell-through rate. So this is the Jefferson pattern. I'm going to show it to you closer on the table because I think it's hard sometimes to see well on camera from this angle. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 salad or luncheon plates in excellent condition. I wish there were dinner plates. Oh well. And then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so the same number of bread plates. So here they are. And oh, and these bread plates were $1 each. The salad or luncheon plates were $2 each. And then I got this very pretty serving bowl for $2. So that was a great find. And I was really happy to find it. Still waiting for me. And then I found these interesting plates that weigh a ton. And these are really interesting green, kind of a green and gray spongeware. Like I said, very heavy. They are, I believe it's Beaumont Brothers. I'll double check and make a correction in the comment box below if I've gotten that mistaken because it's hard to read like this. But I think that's what it is. Crooksville, Ohio. And this one is stamped, well, it's like inscribed 1995. So that is vintage. And they had quite a few of these. I picked up 4 because I wasn't sure how well they would do. And I was also a little concerned that shipping them would be problematic because they are very, very heavy. So I thought I'd take a chance on them. I thought they were interesting, and so I picked them up. So that was it for Goodwill. There were a few other things that tempted me, but the prices weren't right, including this very pretty J. Jill sweater that was in good condition, not perfect condition. They wanted $10 for it. No. So I passed that up. And then there was another very pretty set of plates. Cannot remember the pattern. I showed it in the video, so I'll try to go back and remember. They were lovely. I definitely had them in my cart for a while, but when I comped them out on eBay, the sell-through rate was very poor, meaning there was no recent record of a sale of that pattern, and there were a lot of that pattern for sale on eBay. Just none of them had sold, at least not in the last 6 months. So I thought, we'll leave those behind, especially at that price. If they had been a screaming deal, I would probably have picked them up anyway and taken my chances, but for the price they were asking, just wasn't worth it. There was another set that I really liked a lot. I liked the pattern, but again, there wasn't a great sell-through rate. And I have enough china right now. What am I doing with my hair? Good Lord. I have enough china on my store right now and in my bins that I don't need to pick up more unless I feel really good about it, which I definitely did with this set, definitely did with this set. And I thought, the Crooksville, Ohio pieces were worth taking a chance on. I really like them. And at $2 a plate, it was a go. So that is the total of my haul. Let me give you a closer look at the Goodwill things. Here is a better view at the plate. I think this is much better, right? I think you can see things in better detail on the table. So I think these are lovely. Oh boy, do I wish there were dinner plates. So elegant in my opinion. And here is the back stamp. So Lenox Jefferson, made in the USA. I don't know what year these were made. I'm gonna have to look those up. But I thought these were a nice find and I appreciated Joan telling me about them. And then here are the pottery plates that I picked up. Great spongeware pattern. I'm not always somebody who loves spongeware, I'll tell you the truth. It's just not really my cup of tea. Let me put this down for you. You can see 1995, and there is the back stamp. Of course, it's not stamped at all. It's, what would you say, that's inscribed? I don't know. It's imprinted. What's the word I want? I don't know. And here's the rest of them. So I picked up 4. There were many more, but I thought 4 was good enough for a start. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed checking out these 2 very large hauls. Well, 1 large haul, 1 smaller haul, but I'm very happy with what I found, and I am gonna roll up my sleeves and do a lot of listing tonight. I actually have the house to myself. Eric is in New Hampshire, visiting a friend who has a summer place up there. Zach and his girlfriend are home for the weekend, but they decided to stay at a friend's house tonight. So I am a little bit giddy with freedom. I love them all, but it is sometimes nice to have the house to yourself. So my plan is to order Indian food, which no one likes but me, extra spicy, which no one likes but me, and I am gonna just have a night of Indian food, listing, eBaying, editing, doing all the things I love to do with no interruptions, except for the dogs, of course, and the cats who always have their say. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to getting a lot of stuff done, especially knowing that all of my loved ones are having fun doing their own thing as well, and I will see them all tomorrow. I think we're going out to dinner tomorrow night, so something to look forward to. Okay, here's the hutch. And I'm putting my new piece of toolware here. And I kind of like how this pattern complements this pattern. I think it's kind of a nice look. And here we are. I've arranged this hutch in ways that I've liked better in the past, but what I like about this is that nothing can be broken. And all of the individual pieces are a lot of fun, and I do enjoy seeing them all day. Although, I don't know, I think my favorite piece here is this guy that my friend Laura gave me. I don't know, I love that little tin. I think that's from the 1940s. It's just a great piece. But everything here tells a little story and makes me happy, so I'm very pleased with this for now. It's a good compromise while I'm avoiding breakable things here. For now, I put this Bellique cup and saucer in the corner cabinet that holds the brown and white transfer, as well as some other bits and pieces, as you can see in here. This is a good spot just to keep it safe. And I'm gonna shut this door so the cats can't get in there. And just as a little reminder, I told you about this before, but I do think I'm gonna use this cabinet that's housing books right now as an overflow china cabinet storage area. I do think that's gonna work really well. I would have probably tried it by now, except I have so much stuff in the library for the estate sale. I just can't bear to move these books at this point. I need a little bit of space and I need a little bit of spare time. But look how nice and wide this is. So I think it will hold a fair little bit. And of course it's under glass, which is perfect because then no little critters can get in here and cause damage. And this moving this little candy dish, I mean, that's just a little piece in there for right now, but yeah, I think this will be a wonderful storage option, and I'm really looking forward to doing this as a little project. So coming soon, I'll keep you posted. Oh boy, my Indian food just arrived. I'm so excited. Garlic naan, Navratan korma, which is my favorite. I'm probably mispronouncing it. And a little bit of rice. Oh boy. I know Indian food doesn't necessarily always look super appetizing, but this stuff is my favorite. Yay! I'm so excited. And no matter how much she wants some, this girl doesn't get any. It's all for me. Yum. This is what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. Bon appetit, friends. I thought it would be fun to set the table with the rose chintz from the Johnson Brothers. Doesn't that look so beautiful? Of course, I put the teacups out, which I wouldn't do if we were really having company over. Those would go out with dessert. I just wanted to show off as many pieces as I could so you can get an idea of how lovely they really are. I think they were a nice find, and I hope someone is excited to find them. I have to figure out the best way to list them. What I usually do are like items, so I do the teacups together, the bowls together, the plates together, that sort of thing. And probably that's what I'll do again. And we do have a few guests for dinner already, even though I've cooked no food. They're a little shy, but you can tell that they're just waiting, getting ready for their meal. And here's the other guest, just kind of guarding the silver chest. Licorice. There she is. Dinner's served, and there's some dog hair on the carpet. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. I just came upstairs to check the laundry, and I found Miss Iris on the stairs leading up to the 3rd floor. I don't know what she's looking at, but she does seem very focused on something. You can see she's getting a little bit of that cut around her ear again, but not as bad as last time, so hopefully it heals up without too much trouble. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll take just a moment and hit like, and I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I also hope there's a lot of hoping happening. I also hope to see you next time. Bye until then.